Have you ever noticed how, at some point, people just stop valuing you? They stop calling first. They stop listening when you speak. Your presence, the same one they once craved, now feels invisible. And you start wondering, what changed? Did you do something wrong? Or did they just forget who you are? Here's the harsh truth. People stop valuing your presence the moment they realize they can take it for granted. Not because you've become less, but because they've become too comfortable. You see, in the beginning, people notice you because you're new. You bring energy, attention, care, you make them feel seen. But slowly, that becomes normal to them. Your kindness stops standing out. Your effort blends into the background. And what was once appreciated, becomes expected. That's when the shift happens. They don't stop needing you, they just stop valuing you. Because familiarity kills appreciation. Think about it, when was the last time you truly admired the sunrise? It happens every single day, but we stop noticing because it's always there. That's exactly how people treat your presence, when they assume it'll always be available. So let's break it down. Here are the real reasons people stop valuing your presence, and how to change that. Reason 1, you give too much without balance. There's a thin line between being kind and overgiving, and most people cross it without realizing. You give your time, your energy, your understanding, hoping they'll see your worth through your effort. But what happens instead? They get comfortable taking. Because when you make yourself too available, your presence stops feeling like a gift, it starts feeling like a given. And people rarely value what they can get anytime they want. Imagine this. You always reply instantly. You always show up first. You always forgive easily. At first, it feels right, it feels good. But soon, your consistency becomes their expectation. And the moment you step back, they'll say, "You've changed." No, you didn't change. You just stopped overextending. You teach people how to treat you. If you keep showing up more than they do, you're teaching them that your presence costs nothing. So pull back. Not to manipulate, but to restore balance. Because space creates value. Reason 2, you've become predictable. People crave energy, excitement, a little mystery. When they know exactly what to expect from you, they stop being curious. You're always the listener, never the one being heard. Always the supporter, never the one supported. Always the one saying yes, even when you mean no. Predictability kills emotional engagement. It's like hearing your favorite song 100 times, it's still beautiful, but it doesn't move you anymore. So change the rhythm. Say no sometimes. Speak up. Do what feels true to you, even if it surprises people. Because unpredictability, when it's authentic, keeps people awake. It reminds them you're not a background character in their story. You're the main character of yours. You just stopped overextending, time to change the rhythm. Reason 3, you stay where you're undervalued. This is the hardest truth of all. People can only treat you as well as you allow them to. If you stay in spaces where you're disrespected, ignored, or taken for granted, you're silently teaching them that it's okay. Every time you tolerate being overlooked, you shrink in their eyes. Every time you stay quiet when they cross a line, you confirm that your boundaries don't exist. Eventually, they stop seeing you as someone to value, and start seeing you as someone who'll always stay, no matter how they act. Let that sink in. Sometimes, you have to walk away, not to make them miss you, but to remind yourself that you still matter. Because absence, when used wisely, restores presence. Your silence can speak louder than your effort ever did. Reason 4, you outgrow their level of awareness. This one's subtle, but powerful. As you grow emotionally and mentally, you change. You stop tolerating drama. You stop engaging in gossip. You crave peace more than attention. And that shift makes some people uncomfortable. They'll say, "You've changed." They'll pull away, not because you did something wrong, but because they can't meet you where you are anymore. That's not loss. That's evolution. You're not too much, they're just not ready. And that's okay. People who can't see your worth at your highest are meant to stay behind. Because your growth demands a different circle, one that values presence over convenience, truth over comfort. So remember this. Value isn't about being the loudest in the room, it's about being the one who can walk away and still leave a silence that's felt. You don't need to chase validation. You don't need to remind people of your worth. The right people will already know. So if you've been feeling invisible, unheard, or unappreciated, take this as your sign. Pull back. Protect your energy. Stop proving your worth to people who benefit from pretending they can't see it. Because the moment you reclaim your presence, the world adjusts. People notice what they've lost only when it's no longer there. And that's when they realize, your energy wasn't replaceable. It was rare. You're not being devalued because you're not enough. You're being devalued because you forgot how much you already are. So start reminding them, not with words, but with distance. Because sometimes silence, space, and self-respect speak louder than anything else ever could. If this message hit you, take a second. Think about the people who stopped valuing you, and ask yourself, why am I still showing up where I'm not seen? If you're ready to walk in self-worth and peace, type "I'm done proving" in the comments. And if you want more content like this, on mindset, psychology, and emotional power, hit that like button, subscribe, and let's grow together. Because your presence isn't ordinary, it's power. Never forget that.